is Gill Haddican. I'm the youth worker for Fearless Youth at St Helens CLC and for the Youth Hub at St Andrews Dentons Green. This morning I'd like to talk to you about self-care, how we can look after ourselves during this time. First of all though, I have to admit, it feels to me like I'm living in a sci-fi movie and I'm waiting for it to end. Every day feels strange to me, and maybe you feel the same too. We're not all going through the same family or living situations at the moment, but we are all facing the same storm head on. And you know what? We don't have an instruction manual at this time. There's no wrong way really to get through this. From the youngest to the oldest of us, it's new. We're all on a learning curve. And that's why I thought we'd look at self-care for physical and mental health this morning. I'm going to refer to a couple of Bible verses. The first one being Mark chapter 12, verses 30 to 31. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. And then it says, the second is this, love your neighbour as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. The first thing that stood out to me was, love your neighbour as yourself. Now I've been taught that Jesus said, look after other people more than yourself. And quite a few of his verses do say that, but Jesus actually said this too. So to me, I see it that looking after your neighbour, you've got to look after yourself. Love your neighbour as you love yourself. So I thought, okay, so how do I show love to myself? And with me, I'm a foodie, I love food. So that's the way I treat myself, my self-care. Maybe I should be more healthier in my food choices, and I should also look after myself with exercise. Yeah, that's right, I agree. But that's what I call self-care for me, is the way I treat myself with food. Which brings me to the second Bible verse that I was looking at, which is Ephesians 5 verse 29. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, for we are members of his body. So nourishing your body, as I've already said, maybe I nourish mine with the wrong things at the moment, but that's how I'm nourishing my body. Cherish just means to look after it, make yourself feel better. So with that in mind, I've got some suggestions that we can use at this time to look after ourselves. The first one is communication. I love chatting with people, whether it's on the phone, via text, via WhatsApp, coffees, meeting up with people. Obviously we can't do that at the moment. So my first suggestion is phone someone, text someone, give them an encouraging word, send them an encouraging text, have a video call with somebody, chat with a neighbour over the fence. I've got to know my new neighbours a bit more in the past 6 weeks, basically by being on the front garden when they're cultivating their garden and I'm pulling up my weeds. We haven't actually got fences, but we have got paths in between the houses, so we are staying the correct 2 metres apart. So connect with somebody. Do something outside your house. Obviously we've been given guidelines by the government that we can go out and we can exercise. So do a bike ride, do a run, do a jog, go for a walk outside your house. If you are going with people, make sure it's people that you're actually living with. Guys, if you are meeting up with friends, which we'd suggest not to at the moment, but I know that's difficult, please stand the 2 metres apart like you're told to. I know that it's been said that young people aren't as prone to this virus as everybody else. I'm not so sure about that. So guys, stay safe. Look after yourselves. Another thing you could do is learn something new, maybe a new language. Hola, buenos dias, a bit of Spanish. Learn to play a musical instrument. If you haven't got one in your home, why not get some pots and pans out and a spatula? Learn how to play the drums. What I would say though is maybe do that during the day, guys, rather than at night, because people that you live with or your neighbours might not appreciate if you get really passionate about playing the drums using pots and pans. Might get a bit too loud. You could also cook a meal. Do you have a specialty that you like to cook for the rest of the people that are living in your home? Bake some cakes or make some sweets for your neighbours. This is probably the only time that you'd get away with doing a kindness knock and run. That was a game when I was a youth, but we did it more for mischief. We'd go and knock on someone's door, run a safe distance away where we could still see, and turn around and watch them open the door and get annoyed because there's nobody there. I'm talking about a kindness knock and run, that you take a gift for somebody and you knock on the door, pop it on the doorstep, and then retreat back to the end of the path, as long as you're 2 meters away. It might just make someone's day. Also, thinking about ourselves as well as others. So take some time for yourself. Take some time out each day to listen to your favourite music tracks, process what's going on. If you read the Bible or you pray, take time out to do that. If you're sharing a room with somebody, make sure you've got a rota up saying, well, you know, that hour every day, I need some space on my own. Or if you have got the luxury of having your own room, then basically any time, but take that time out. In thinking about that, you could also make a soothe box, which is popping in a box things that will lift your mood, that you can go and get out when you're feeling a bit low. The time to make one of these soothe boxes will be when you're feeling 100%, when you're feeling really good. And it's for a time when you're not feeling so good. This video later will show you how to make a soothe box and what I pop in my soothe boxes. I call mine more of a Mary Poppins box. Here are a few of my favourite things. You could also make an activity jar, which is just listing things on pieces of paper that you fold up and pop in a jar that you'd like to do once isolation's over. So maybe in summer or maybe later than summer when you're bored and you think, what can I do? Oh yeah, I made that jar. And you can go and take something out and think, I can do that today. That's something I wanted to do then. I can do it now. Also, you can check out Fearless Youth Instagram page to see if we've got anything, any events on or anything you'd like to get involved in or a video to watch. You can join a youth Zoom meeting. I have one set up at the moment on Tuesdays from 7 o'clock for the Youth Hub at St Andrews, Dentons Green. You're quite welcome to join in with that. I'm quite happy to set up one of the youth Zoom meetings for Fearless Youth. Again, please contact me if you'd like to do that. My contact details will be on a list at the end of this video. So please get your parents to email me and I'll send the information out. Also, if you're looking for things to do, I would recommend Youth for Christ intro outro for games and things to do in your home while we're in isolation. Also, Limitless Elim are doing 100 things that you can do in isolation. So check out those websites. Also, if you are feeling really, really low, we've got a list of organisations and contact details for places like the NSPCC, Young Minds, Papyrus and Boss Bernardo's in St Helens. Their information will be on the same list at the end of this video. So all it takes for me to say now is, guys, please stay safe. I hope that I get to see you as soon as we're out of isolation. Please contact me by my email addresses if you need any information or if you need outside help. Other than that, again, stay safe. I hope to see you soon and thank you so much for listening. Bye. Hi, okay, to make the activity jar, you need a jar. Mine's just a coffee jar. You can use any jar you want. You also need a list of the things that you want to do. So make a list Yep. Cut them up into strips with a pair of scissors. Okay, I'll quickly do this. Okay. And then what you need to do is just fold them up, stick them in your jar. Doesn't matter how many you have. You can have a few, you can have lots. Just things that you'd like to do once we're out of isolation. I'm just popping them in the jar. Okay, I'm just adding a few that I did before. Okay, these can be visits to zoos, visits to parents, go to see a film at the cinema, go out for meals with friends. Okay, and then last of all, I wrote a note to tell me what it is. It's my activity jar, so I will pop it on the front there. And then when I'm feeling bored, after isolation's over, I can grab my activity jar and take out something to do and then go and do it, and I won't be bored anymore. Hi, this is how to make your soothe box. You will need some kind of box with a lid. I've just got a normal shoe box. You'll need some paper. You'll need some sellotape. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need a pen for writing with, and you'll need some kind of decoration for your box. Okay, and then I'm going to set about now covering the box. So here's the box that I covered. See, covered it all over. So all that needs now is for me to put some decoration on, to write what it is, and then to pop my favourite things into the box to help me get some comfort when I'm feeling a bit down. So I'm just going to write on it. Gill's soothe box. Okay, there we go. I'll pop a few happy feet penguins on, which will make me smile if I'm feeling a bit low. Some happy feet dancing penguins. Okie dokie, that might be enough decoration on there. Okay, so it just leaves now for me to put a few of my favourite things into my box. So, first of all, I'm going to begin with a Coldplay CD, because I like listening to CDs. That'll cheer me up. Okay. A poetry book called Silence and Nonsense, which will give me a bit of a laugh. Okay. I've got a notebook in there so I can make some notes as to how I'm feeling and what makes me feel better. I've also got some pencils, some colouring pencils. I've actually got a little colouring book with my name on, just to make me feel a little bit special. For pictures, I've got my name right in the middle of it. Okay, I've also got a fidget spinner, give me something to do with my hands. A squashy ball, just in case I'm feeling a bit annoyed. Yeah. Okay, I've got another puzzle, which has got icons on from musicians. There's the Beatles. Pop that in there too. in. Okay. Little book talking about chaos, which sympathises with how you're feeling when you're feeling low. The Lord is my strength and my song, just to remind me that I am being looked after by God. And last but not least, my favourite chocolate, which always makes me smile. So don't forget your favourite sweets or your favourite chocolates. Now, these are just a few of my favourite things in my soup box to keep me going. So I hope that's given you just a bit of an idea of how to make yours and put in some of your favourite things to lift you when you're feeling low. Thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.